I'm Susy Cheston with the Center for Financial Inclusion at Acción, and I'm pleased to introduce the Financial Inclusion 2020 Progress Report, Analysis of the State of Global Financial Inclusion. The FI 2020 Progress Report covers some of the key topics needed to ensure that financial inclusion can advance with quality at its core. The Progress Report is an interactive website, and you can start wherever you like. But for now, we'll start with addressing customer needs. You'll see we have given this area a score of 3 out of 10. But there is also a people's vote for each of the topics that in some cases disagrees with ours. You can see that to the right of our score. You're welcome to cast your own vote for each of the topics. We think the gap between access and usage gives the hard evidence that we are not meeting customer needs. This chart shows account use in developing economies versus rich ones. The orange bars show people who use their accounts actively. In rich countries, most people use their accounts several times a month, but in poorer countries, they don't. In fact, the light blue bars show the many people who have an account, but don't make even one single transaction in a month. So what's to be done? One place to start is to recognize that the base of the pyramid is not a monolithic block. We need to understand the different customer segments within the BOP and design products that take differing needs and capabilities into account. There are indeed different financial services needs at different stages of life. One neglected area is the needs of older adults, who are often excluded from services. And life stage is only one of the helpful lenses for understanding customers. BHD León in the Dominican Republic serves the needs of women at different life stages through its Mujer Mujer program, which offers credit, savings, and insurance to help women plan for education, health, and business needs. We gave our lowest score, a 2, to financial capability. The scale of the challenge is enormous, and the response so far is not commensurate with the challenge. Here, our biggest message is that intervention should focus on behavior that turns knowledge into use. There are some things we know but haven't put into practice, such as delivering financial capability interventions at teachable moments and integrating them into product design and delivery, which is more effective than traditional classroom approaches to financial education. In India, IFMR Rural Finance operates the KGFS model, which pairs a personalized diagnostic of financial service needs with a tailored suite of financial services, and includes individual counseling at the point of sale. Saber es Poder provides new immigrants to the United States with financial education at teachable moments in Mexican consulates, community clinics, and other community service locations, leading to new bank accounts. We've awarded client protection a 5 and welcome the growing recognition that this is an essential ingredient in financial inclusion. While many feel that client protection is solely the responsibility of regulators, we believe in the three-legged stool, in which providers and consumers are empowered to hold up their end as well. We simply don't know the impact of digital financial services on consumer protection. But we do know that we need to address the new risks to consumers, such as new kinds of fraud and potential abuse by agents, and also take advantage of the new opportunities, such as web-based platforms to report grievances. We need to help consumers advocate on their own behalf, a tough challenge, and we argue the most important missing piece is providers, who need to be proactive both in committing to high standards of consumer protection and then in putting them into practice. GSMA has shown impressive leadership with its Code of Conduct for Mobile Money Providers, launched in 2014 and endorsed by leading mobile money networks. The code focuses on soundness of services, security of the mobile network and channel, and fair treatment of customers. The SMART campaign certifies institutions that have demonstrated they put client protection principles into practice, such as ASCII, the first financial institution in the Philippines to be SMART certified. One thing that is clear and needs more attention is that better credit reporting leads to more borrowers and better borrowers. This chart shows a correlation between strong credit reporting systems, as rated by the Global Microscope, and borrowing activity, according to the Global Findex. While we believe that private credit bureaus are essential, we are also excited about the rise of data analytics that use algorithms to identify credit-worthy people who might otherwise be left out of the system. Regulators need to keep an eye on this space, working with both providers and consumer advocates to craft appropriate regulations on data privacy, data ownership, and use. One no-brainer is the use of alternative data, from utility and rent payments to cell phone use. The evidence is in on this one. Alternative data is predictive of credit repayment, and its use can be a significant on-ramp for credit-invisible customers. First Access is a startup that uses prepaid mobile phone history to assess borrower creditworthiness for microfinance institutions in Tanzania, lowering lending costs and providing an on-ramp for customers without a credit history or collateral. We close with a look at the game changer of technology, which we have awarded our highest score of 7 out of 10. In this graph, we see how low-cost, small-footprint access points are dramatically increasing, surpassing traditional commercial bank branches, which is the orange line at the bottom. We also playfully project out to 2020 using dotted lines, showing that the increase in access can make financial inclusion possible for most of the world. Another look at the same idea shows how technology brings costs down. Look at the dramatic difference between the physical setup costs of a traditional branch on the far left versus an agent with a mobile phone on the far right. Yet the technology story also needs to focus on value and quality for customers, and the priority to leave no one behind. That's a job that requires all stakeholders on deck. Tigo Su Dinero uses technology to build financial capability with an app developed by Suctel, educational content by Microfinance Opportunities, a package designed and curated by DAI, all delivered through a user-friendly platform at Facebook's internet.org. Regulators, of course, play a key role in creating enabling conditions for new technologies. One standout among regulators is the Central Bank of the Philippines, BSP, which follows a watch, dialogue, and learn approach. BSP engages with the private sector and invests in learning about new technologies. So there's our scorecard and our report on the global state of some of the quality aspects of financial inclusion. Cast your vote at FI2020progressreport.org.